Good afternoon, traders. Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to Thursday's update. So if you are enjoying our content and you'd like to stay up to date with it and see all the latest reports and YouTube videos coming out from quite a variety of different presenters, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our newsletter. That way you'll be able to stay up to date and see the latest content as it's being released. So on to today's report, we're looking at the dollar CAD, and why we're looking at the dollar CAD is we saw a very interesting bar yesterday. Now it could be a bit of a statement bar or engulfing bar, so it didn't exactly totally engulf the previous bar behind it, but it's as close as it comes, and it did strategically beat a few things, which including a uptrend and a support level that was seen at 35.20. So the FOMC meeting minutes came out yesterday. Rates are suggested to continue to go up, and inflation still remains a worry and on the radar of the Fed at the moment. Now, we have seen some data recently has been quite mixed, but at this stage, the Fed is committed to keep raising rates at what was noted, read was 0.5%, and that will continue moving forward until they see that inflation is under control. Now, oil did have a big move down yesterday, and the dollar CAD also moved down as well. So it's a bit of an inverse relationship with these two, but that was not the case yesterday, as the Canadian dollar continued to rally against the USD despite weaker oil prices. Now we can see here that the oil market dropped back down into the 73 area, and we are wondering if we do go back down to 71 or below 70, if we will see OPEC step into action to try and shore up the oil price. But for now, we'll have to continue to wait and see how that progresses. Now, we want to have a look at the dollar CAD, and why I want to have a look is we've seen that very nice rally with that decline, and we have pretty hard set resistance set up now at 136.90, and we haven't seen a real move above that for a fair period of time now. And again, yesterday we saw a move, the day before yesterday, we saw a move by buyers that got back up to that 36.89 area before that big decline yesterday after a small attempt to test that. Now this bar could be seen as a engulfing bar, but it doesn't really meet that criteria effectively because there was no high above the previous day's high, but it was a very strong bar down, and we have broken this support as noted at 35.27 area, and we have a trend break as well now. So this is something we're going to keep a bit of an eye on, because the dollar CAD has been quite healthy of late, and we would like to see now if this move has a bit more to it, and if we're going to see a new decline maybe down to this trend line, and if that does coincide with the USD as it continues to move lower. Now the dollar did move down lower yesterday, and it did fall back from lows, and we are seeing some buying today. So the key here for the dollar CAD is we've got our initial trigger bar. Now we want to see some confirmation, and the confirmation we'd like to see is a break of yesterday's low. So we have our lower high, we have some trend breaks, we have resistance, we have a bit of a distribution pattern here. So now we want to see if we can get that low break with a new push lower, and if we do, we'd like to see if the market can get possibly get back down to test at 34.05 area, and then we'll go from there, and we'll re-analyze the picture if we do get back down there. Obviously the next targets that will come down there would be down to that that 32.54 area, but for now we want to see if sellers have a bit more left in the tank, and if they truly are able to start pushing the market now that they've got their initial trigger lower, and if they are able to follow up with this move and continue to push the market lower. So that's some of the price action we're watching at this stage on the dollar CAD. So it's been some pretty cool moves this week. I won't get into too many of them, but definitely keep an eye on crypto at the moment. So crypto and some of the stock indexes as well. So for instance, the German 30 had another fantastic session yesterday. We saw another strong move higher, and the US 30 for now is a little bit range bound. It's one of my key favorites I'm watching on the 6-hour chart as well, but definitely some of the other indexes are leading the charge at the moment. So the Nasdaq had a bit of direction yesterday, and we saw that fight back after that move lower, but definitely some of the European markets for now where the action is at. So do spend some time having a look at some of the European indexes as they continue to rocket higher at this stage. So definitely just on some of the cryptos, we are seeing some coins like AvaX, Canando, and Solana all pushing higher and continue to hold some highs after we've seen the recent developments. So there is a fair bit going on, but price wise we're going to keep an eye on the dollar CAD and see if we get a failed rally today and a new extension lower, and we'll see if risk markets can get something going again. We may need them to push higher again and see a bit more selling on the USD just to hopefully confirm that. So let's see what happens later today, and tomorrow, remember, we have non-farm payrolls coming out, so that could also have an influence on this picture as well, depending on what kind of data comes out. So that's it for today's update. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it, and we hope you have a great end to your Thursday trading wise, and all the best for Friday and the weekend, and we will have the weekly wrap tomorrow as well. So good trading. Thank you again for tuning in, and bye for now.